My. Holy cow, huh? There you have it, guys. That's official that the bike, the engine is actually running. And it starts pretty easily I fully choke it and I crank it and it pops off. And then I crank it again and I have to hold the throttle wide open for it to fully fire. So that seems to be the starting procedure with this. Not too bad. I mean, it's all carburation. Those carburetors are really messed up, and now I've got this weird, fuel pressure regulator on there. So I know that's solving part of the problem, but might be kind of creating another problem with it. It's okay. I'm just going to run it and see how it performs, and I'm also curious to see if that is supposed to be a fuel mileage saving device too. See, so if I can get this thing streetable and actually runnable, I have some other ideas for some other fuel mileage saving hacks that I want to incorporate, and I'm gonna show those in some coming videos. But wow, I'm actually considering where it all started to get to this point is a real miracle. It really is. It's just miraculous. Because I really struggled with this whole thing for many different reasons. And there's a lot of things that if I did something like this again, I would do differently. And the challenges with it were more, just really mental. And to be quite honest with you, it sat for months. When I had the starter clutch issue and I had the engine back in, and that was a problem, and I had to pull the engine back out to address the starter clutch. It sat probably for like 4 months, and with the head off of it, because there was a lot of bad weather, and I had to see it every day, just kind of covered up with the old sleeping bag on it, and I would come out and sweep underneath it, and there were a lot of nuts and bolts and parts that were laying out, and I constantly had to kind of make sure they weren't getting scattered and lost in windstorms and everything, and it was kind of depressing. It was, I had too many other things to do in life, and I just couldn't mess with it any longer. I just didn't have the time. And I kept pointing my finger at it, and I was like, no, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to follow through. I'm going to go through with this. But I was very, very close to just giving up. And a lot of these videos, almost all the videos I've pre-made, because I wasn't sure if any of this would work out, if I would actually make it. That's how much doubt that I've had at times with the project. I was like, I could be making all these videos for absolutely nothing. And why am I even doing anything like this? And why did I even start doing this? Why did I start filming any of it? Why did I think there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to share my experience with these type of things with others, and a lot of it was wanting to encourage other people. If you have some crazy projects like this that take a super long time and have just, in such a dilapidated condition, what I learn with these things is patience. And I looked at the calendar, and I've now had this for 11 months, so almost a whole year. Almost a whole year. I started this project last summer at one point, worked on it pretty steady into the fall, covered it up, and it sat almost all winter. And then it's been a real challenge to get back to it this spring and resume. And it was a real struggle to do that. And look how far I still have to go. I mean, so much left to do. But we're gonna keep moving forward. The fact that I have a running engine in it that actually starts up and runs halfway decent, I mean, I can't tell you how actually rewarding that feeling is. That actually feels really good. I'm so happy about that. And clearly it needs some real tuning and dialing in as much as I can do. I'm going to keep tinkering with it, and I wish I could just ride it. If I could ride it, I think it'll just continue, because each time I start it and run gas through it, it seems to run a little better. It keeps running better, and I think the cooling system and all that is working good. When I had the radiator cap off, I could see that the thermostat opened because it sucked water down, so I know the thermostat's opening. It's not overheating. I don't have a temp gauge. I'd love to put one on it somewhere, because I don't know if there's anything up in that that's ever going to work. Probably might have had a light up there at some point for the temperature. I'm not really sure. It'd be nice if I could get some kind of exterior temp gauge on it. I think that sensor in there was the temp gauge, and yeah, it's hard to say, but that's where we're at. And I just want to thank you guys for joining me. I know it's been quite the journey to get to this point, but we're going to take it all the way. We're going to take it all the way until, I'm riding it down the road. That's the goal. I want to ride this down the road, and I want to take it trips and take it places if this engine will hold out. I don't know. That cylinder was pretty bad shape, but it's running. I can't tell if it's, I'm not going to really know unless I did like a compression test on it, how bad that cylinder was. But it might hold out. If it holds out, great, I mean, it's so far. If this thing will carry me down the highway at 70 miles an hour without feeling like it's stressed out or bogging down or overheating or anything, then, man, I say that's a win. That's a win all day long. Well, so hopefully the next videos will be getting some air in the tires, getting the valve stems replaced, getting the rear brake working. I got the front brake kind of partially working on one side, but not very good. It's something. It's a start. But I'm going to have to break these tires down, get some valve stems in them, get some air in them, try to get the seat on it, and a lot of other stuff kind of tightened up, nuts and bolts, little things here and there, before I can try to get it off the center stand and take it for a spin. And I do have an action camera. I do have a couple of action cameras, and I just need to get them out and charged up, and it would really be nice to actually do like a POV ride on it. That would be very satisfying. So that's something to look forward to. A lot of stuff like that. We're far from done, and I can tell you, I want to quit on this project. yes, many times I about threw the towel in on this and just said, I don't know, I need to just tell somebody to come pick this thing up. But it's good to just feel the feeling of just following through with it and, starting or trying to finish something that I started. That's been a rewarding experience. Not that I had to do anything like that, and I hope that just encourages other people that might be interested in these videos that, yeah, something like this, a lot of people look at and just be like, what a pile of crap, and what a piece of junk, and, well, yes, you could say that, and, I do have other motorcycles that are really nice bikes, and I know I haven't shown anybody those, but I wasn't trying to distract from what something like this is or could be. And here's all the old parts. These things sat out here all winter, and gosh, things would get rained on, and I would just try to cover stuff up and pour water out of these buckets and stuff. It was a long, hard winter. Didn't snow, but there was a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges with all of this, but I'm feeling really good about it now. I'm feeling really good, and I'm very thankful and very grateful for all of you that have joined me on this journey, and let's just see where this goes. Alright, I think I'll just stop this one for now. 15 long-winded minutes. Alright guys, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. It's just going to get more and more, it's going to get more and more exciting. We're getting through these really, this long drawn out challenge of it, and we're going to get into a lot better stuff soon. Thank you.